Hello everyone, this is Satyaprakash. Welcome to my channel. This is part 3 of MVC. In this session, we'll discuss what is URL mapping in ASP.NET Web Form and ASP.NET MVC. So in this video, we'll discuss that is what is URL mapping in ASP.NET Web Form and URL mapping in ASP.NET MVC. So before going through this part 3 of my MVC application, please visit my part 2 of MVC application, that is how to run ASP.NET MVC application using IIS instead of Visual Studio. You can get this video in my playlist called MVC tutorial. So guys, in my previous video I have created one MVC application, and there I have created one home controller, and inside index is the action method, and I have passing one string, that is hello Satyaprakash Samantray, and I have created I already have add this MVC application in IIS. So after running this MVC application using IIS, I got this output, that is string rendered. You can see hello Satyaprakash Samantray, and this is the URL of MVC application, guys. So it is important point to understand that the URL is mapped to controller action method, right? You can see when we run our MVC application, so it will get the home controller, and inside that it will fetch the index action method, and whatever functionality we have written inside index action method, this will reflected in our browser. So I'll go to my MVC application, guys. So it is the home controller and index action method, and inside return we have used one string, that is hello Satyaprakash Samantray. So that string is rendered in my browser. This is the URL mapping in the MVC application. So same way we'll create one web form application, and we'll check how URL is mapped in that application. So guys, here I have created one ASP.NET web form, that is the Satya web form app, and here I have created one ASP.NET SPX page. So you can see here fastpage.spx and fastpage.spx.cs. so it is the UI related, this is the front end file, and inside it is the code behind file, that is the fastpage.spx.cs, right? And here I have added one title name, that is Satya, and I'll go to the CS file, right? And here we'll add some code here. So what I'll add here, that is in the page load event, we'll add some code to reflect the output of the web application. So the code should be response and dot write and inside I need to pass the same some string here and put the semicolon, right? The same way we have created the inside MVC application, we have used the return and pass the string. The same way we'll add this inside our web form application using response.write, right? So after then what I'll do, I will run my ASP.NET web form application. So make sure this changes has been saved here, right? So I just click here local IIS, so guys, we can access fastpage.spx as shown here, that is http localhost, and this is the port number, and slash fastpage.aspx. This is the web form URL. So we can see the string rendered whatever we have mentioned in our page load event. So the page load events gets executed and the message string is displayed, that is hello Satyaprakash Samantray. So what is the difference between URL mapping in web form and ASP.NET MVC? So guys, this is the MVC URL. So this URL is mapped to controller action method, but in ASP.NET web form application, this URL is mapped to physical file, that is the fastpage.aspx. So this is the most important difference of URL mapping in ASP.NET web form and ASP.NET MVC. So I'll go to my presentation here. So this is my YouTube channel. Subscribe and share it to get the updated knowledge on .NET, .NET Core, C#, SQL Server, Angular, Azure and DevOps. So in this video, what we have learned today, that is what is URL mapping in ASP.NET and what is URL mapping in ASP.NET MVC. The important point we need to understand that in MVC, the URL is mapped to controller action method, but in web form application, the URL is mapped to physical file. So this is the most important difference between the URL mapping in ASP.NET web form and MVC. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.